Hello everybody and welcome back for more Resident Evil, and might I just say I think this is probably one of the best costumes in this game. It just looks really nice. Has a bit of that Ada feel without being Ada, because Ada ill, at least to me. As a character, not like any of the voice actors or any of the actual designs, just as a character I do not like Ada. Mainly because I also don't like later versions of Leon, because he just turns into a massive incel simp. But that's a different video for a different... Oh god, not this level. That was a large one. This is like so much more like... This is the stuff that makes Rev really freaking fun, is when you get a mission like this, where it's so much more about the actual like interchanging gameplay and like what you want to do and how you want to do it and how you're going to get to it. And this is why Chicago Typewriter OP, by the way, is because of shit like this. If I didn't have the Chicago Typewriter right now, I would not be able to deal with these guys, at least not as efficiently as I'm doing right now. That should fix that. I'll dump most of that into him. There it is. That. Okay. Oops. But yeah, you can see like just how like this game is so fluid, because like Rev1, its raid mode is nowhere near as fluid as this. Like this just feels phenomenal to play. Oh god. I got into that mission and I thought it was going to be really freaking bad, because that mission could be so rough, but like, just Chicago Typewriter really... It's also because there's no like modifiers to like any of the enemies. Like that fire guy, you know, who spews the fire as well, usually is like giant and on fire and has like front res, like the front shield, so it's like really obnoxious to deal with in Code Red. Whereas here, like, they don't really have any modifiers, so it's kind of just like, oh, okay. That's another thing about daily missions that's really nice, is you don't have to deal with a lot of the unfairness of what they usually get you to do. Okay, so we're still doing the silly ha-has. We will see. Nothing there that I really need. So we'll do our other daily mission. We do need to actually improve our shotgun, as well as add even more ammo to the Chicago at some point. But at least for now, I'm not going to do that. And especially with the Chicago, like, adding in like one extra bullet isn't going to be as crazy. Oh god, yes, this is my favorite mission in the game. awfully late. Terrible mission for getting EXP, but great mission in terms of vibes. I think I've said it 1,000 times, like this is one of my favorite missions, because it also, like, the other one really goes to show, like, the combat side of things, where you're stuck in, like, a very combat heavy sort of location, whereas this one's way more, like, environmental based with how you have to... That's one way to fucking deal with them. One thing I do kind of like doing is just running in ahead. Don't know why the up scroll has been a lot more annoying. Like getting to like here. Generally makes it like a lot easier. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I definitely want to do a series where we just simply do them all in like a row. But to do that, what I'm thinking I'll do... I hate it when people leave their Minecraft trees. Oh, hello. Ow. Getting, as the Australians would say, bollywopped. Except for no one in Australia says that. Keep shooting long enough, you will eventually win. It is really sad when you're on the same level as these guys and it's like, oh boy, I can't wait for a challenge, and it's like, no, you will not have one. Because a lot of levels, especially the earlier ones, whoa, are actually a lot easier to deal with. Because like they all like have the, especially the higher the level, I think Code Red, I think it's like 6 or something. It's like a really obnoxious one usually. But the way that it works is that yeah, like the way that it works is they're already like 10 levels below you, but there's like 60 enemies in one area. And like the way they spawn in and like everything is made to like be as obnoxious as possible. And that level is really fun. And even in Code Red, it's like, oh no. Because they're all basically your level. They're all like level 90, but there's like 60 level 90 enemies you have to deal with. That mission's a true test of patience. I think it's also fairly early on in whatever one it is as well, which is even more painful. Yeah, for some reason, like the second level is like 2 XP, and then the last one is like 2 million, and you're like, whoa, that's a lot of XP that's just being put into one thing. But you know, that's how the game works sometimes. We do need to get a greedy killer upgrade. We need to get that to... I want to have a second set of them. So we do have rocket launcher leveled up now. So I don't know what skill we're gonna have here, but we're gonna have another one. Because like with this build, right, this is like the everyman's build, and I might even change Code of Armor to be something else if we feel like it's necessary. Like we could add Bewilder, because Bewilder can actually be really interesting, but it just comes down to how I feel about it at the time. Because if you have like one person left, you want a stealth cloak, but if you have a group of people, you can Bewilder. But it's like really dependent on like the crowd. I think we'll definitely get this up a bit more though. Yeah, we'll get that up to level 10 at least, just so we get like that extra reload speed on the Chicago. And then we'll do one more mission. V7-3. Let's see if this is the painful one. Like 7-3 kind of seems like the type of stage that would be obnoxious to play. Oh no, this is a really fun one. We're just getting the same episodes every single time. Whoa. Way more health than I was expecting. We're gonna have to reload, and I'm actually gonna stealth cloak. I think hunters have the special ability to be able to see through shit. Excuse you, I'm doing something. There we go. There we go. Almost forgot they were on an actual normal mission. I saw that chest and I was like, wait a minute. There's actual loot on this stage. Whew. Yeah, that's why I like having a Magnum. Just because it's like, you can just do stuff with it. The thing is though, is like, with 4, like, I always recommend using a sniper rifle. Like, if you don't want to use one, it's just like some of the levels will be actually rough because there's like enemies you can only see through them. But you don't have to, but you can always just run the SVD. Is that everything? No, it isn't. What the hell is the last one on this one? It would be sick if it was there. I think it's at the front actually. Yeah, it's in this dumbass corner. It would have been sick if that was a rainbow rare. Could you imagine? It's, oh, where's the last one? And then I find it, it's actually something good. But yeah, those were, you know, 3, like, honestly, like, those were 3 really fun missions. I'm actually really happy about that. And now we're extremely close. Like, in the next one, we'll for sure have Albert Wesker level 100. Which, yes, that doesn't mean that we have everything done for them. It does mean that we are fairly close. Which is obviously very nice. So, that will be all for this episode of Resident Evil Revelations 2 Raid Mode. Hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Well, actually, we'll do our general thing we always do. We'll look at our skills. We'll upgrade this one again. So, Bewilder, I think the cooldown doesn't change, yeah. It says an extra 5 seconds and an extra use, pretty much, per thing. Which is really strong, like, it and Ground Pound are, like, really nice. I'm not using Fire Rate. I'm not using that. And then we can buy these, like, may as well. Like, these are skills that you actually want to use. So, like, that's fine. Days, definitely. We already have a charge shot level A, level 10, so we don't need to worry about that, thankfully. Ooh, we're getting high on this extended burn. Okay, that's our first level 9 extended burn, so the next one we get of that will be the final one we need. I don't even think we have, like, a weapon we have... Because the Chicago Typewriter, you only put fire on it. And then you, like, put as much ammo on it as you can, and then you're, like, kind of good. But yeah. Anyway, enough rambling. Hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.